You know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Weighing every season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my swag. Born with the scales in my head. Still I lay it all in His plan. Measured by mercy, not fame. He called my star by my name. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Hands up high, heels on beat, praise in the club, praise in the street. Halo over this laid out lace, a little gloss, whole lot of grace. They see the charm, but He sees the core. He opened doors I ain't asking for. So I two-step, testify, slide every turn. He by my side. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Whoa, left, right, spin it, back, stay true. If you love the Lord, let Him shine. Heart in the clouds, feet on the floor. We give Him the praise, then we give Him some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly Libra Butterfly Coco 929 coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful, the horses are fast, or the horses are beautiful, the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy bar mitzvah, happy quinceañera to Lottie Dottie and everybody under the sound of my voice, okay? And you know I'm the up of the smooches, so you get a smooch, you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch. Good morning and things. You up? Mad early and going live. You got something to say? For one, sir, you was correct. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give you your props. You know, hey, you know how I am. When you're right, you're right. You was so correct about something. I have to tell you, boy, was you right. Ah, I can't stand it either, y'all, because I be trying to give. Let me tell y'all, JB's like my little brother for real. I be trying to give him all type of kickbacks and stuff, and he's like, he's like, okay. I still stand on what I'm saying, but okay. Now, where he's wrong, he's wrong. But you know what? You know what? This ninja be all types of right. I just can't take it. I'm serious. Wait till we catch up. I know we ain't caught up in a minute, but wait till we catch up. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be like, what did I tell you? Anywho, y'all, moving on. I don't even know what I'm talking about today. What am I talking about? Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck? What the heck, Beck? Okay, so I did have a video, y'all, of 4th of July, but I can't find it. So that lets me know that Facebook done scrubbed it again because I'm the one that originally shared this video and it got around. And then one of my cousins shared it yesterday. And I was like, there's my video. And I saved it. And then when I went back this morning to try to get it, it was gone. So YouTube done scrubbed it again. So let's start off with something just really, really cute. Okay, let's start off with something really, really cute. This is who got me into all the dancing that I do. Okay, like really, really. I seen this woman uh doing this show called Fame, and I ended up being a dancer. Like I don't just hip hop dance or whatever you call it. Like I dance seriously. You know, I did a little ballet. I wasn't into tapping. That was not my thing, but I was into ballet. I was into waltzing, all the things of the things. Okay. So and this is the woman that I saw that, you know, made me want to do it. I've been a dancer since I was about 8 years old and dancing in competitions and everything. So
right, left, together, right foot, two, up and open, left, two, up and right foot, one, two, up, left foot. Look at my elbows, look at that. That's one line from elbow to elbow. Perfect, you are perfect. Step forward. She is perfect, look at that. This is one line. It's not this, it's not, it's perfect. Look at those hands. Flex your hands.
so I just wanted to share that because we do have culture, and Debbie Allen is a beast. Okay, I don't care what y'all say. That woman is 70 some years old. She's a beast. Okay, she's still teaching dance. She's still dancing, you know, and everything. And I think, you know, we need to honor our people like that. We really, really do need to honor our people. Um, so let me get to the other thing I want to show real quick before we get into the loosey goosey, um, loosey goosey. um, Okay. Um, Lord. Yeah, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. You know, it's hard being me. It's hard being me, I swear. No, not really. It's really easy. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Hold on. I want y'all to if my computer act right. And this is a brand new computer. That's what I keep telling Charlie. Sending love. Hey, sissy. That's my sister from another Mr. Charlie. Sending love. We send her all type of hugs and kisses and everything. Um, but yeah, yeah. Hold on. Okay. I'm just waiting on y'all. Waiting on this, and this, like I said, it's my brand new computer. Okay. Okay. How do you end up writing? Okay, I want to share this, and this is why we have to protect uh okay, we have to protect our stuff. Let me show y'all something. Let's take a history trip real quick. I used to dance as well because I went to. Yep, yep. Hey, Kimberly Black Boo. Hey, beautiful. I ain't seen you in a minute, love. Is all well? Is all well? Let's see. Let me pull this up. A lot of people don't know this, but check this man's story out. That's why our intellect, we have to in our stuff that we do, that we create, we have to protect it. Okay, we really do, because people will take our stuff and they'll get rich off of it. And what's up, shaker shaker? People will take our stuff and get rich off of it, yeah, y'all. And honey, check this out. The reason why I'm sharing this, because it's going to be 4th of July. You know, a lot of things is going on, and whatever your intellectual property is, protect it. Okay, I don't care how green. Okay, it's hard being green. I don't care how green it is, protect it. This man right here made some of the most famous TV shows you would ever want to see in your life, and he ended up homeless. Okay, let's go.
Eric Monte. I created Jordan and Louise Jefferson. Everybody stood up and applauded. I created Good Times. Everybody stood up and applauded. I created What's Happening. Everybody stood up and applauded. I created The Cosby Show. Everybody stood up and applauded. Wrote the movie Cooley High. Everybody jumped up and cheered. I said, and all those white producers for all those shows, they're living in Beverly Hills, and I'm living in a homeless shelter on the east side. And everybody got quiet.
Eric Monte says he helped create Black TV history, but Hollywood still left him forgotten until one man walked up on
And
it.
everybody got quiet. And this one guy came over to me. And he said, my name is Jamar Franklin. Any way I can help you, I will. This guy named John Mitchell was doing a story on him. And he said, do you mind if I tell John Mitchell about you? Because I know he want to do a story on you. And I said, yeah, you can tell him, but the LA Times ain't going to run it. So he said, I'll get it in the paper, no doubt about it. So he did an article, and he got it put in the paper. There have been several people that have called me. They want to do my life story. There's people that want to do scripts I've written, because I have 30 scripts on my computer. And everybody talks about Cooley High as the best black movie ever made.
You guys think it's so funny because I want to be something besides a factory worker or a football player. Well, that's because you're a bunch of stupid that don't know.
And Cooley High may be the best, but it ain't my best. My best is on my computer. My name is Eric Monte. I created Jordan.
Did y'all hear that? Now, we all are familiar with these TV shows. If you're not familiar with Good Times and nothing like that, you're definitely familiar with The Cosby Show. Quit playing. Okay? People will take your intellectual property and profit off of it and look at you like, what? That's why I protect my stuff at all costs. If I told my cousins, and I'm going to show y'all a couple of movies that's being released today in the mall that my family done made. But I told my family, if I even pick up any of my life story in any of your movies, family or not, I'm suing the heck out of you. Seriously, if you didn't get my approval, if we didn't sign on the dotted line, I love you, but love ain't got nothing to do with money. Absolutely not. What taught me that, y'all, was my daddy wrote a song for my mama, and it was called Pretty Little Schoolgirl. And he sung it. And you know, back then people was getting rich if you could just harmonize and sing on the corner, okay? And he sung it to somebody. Well, this person took it somewhere else and changed the title and changed one name in the song, and it became a hit, and they got the money and my daddy didn't. But they heard it on the radio and knew it was his song. He couldn't prove it. So that right there let me know. Well, he told me, he said, don't let that ever happen to you. Whatever you create, no matter how big or small, make sure your name is all over it. And that man said his best stuff is on his computer. I believe that. I got 2 plays that I'm sitting on. One play I wrote 15 years ago. And I know for a fact that if it's ever put out here, it's gonna travel. It's gonna make a baby. So I just want to try to hear this, and we ain't gonna hear the whole thing, but just listen to the movies and stuff that he did.
Louise Jefferson, everybody stood up and applauded. I created Good Times, everybody stood up and applauded. I created What's Happening, everybody stood up and applauded. I created The Cosby Show, everybody stood up and applauded. Wrote the movie Cooley High, everybody jumped up and cheered. I said, and all those white producers for all those shows, they're living in Beverly Hills, and I'm living in a homeless shelter
Can y'all hear me? Okay, can y'all hear me? Because let me tell y'all, StreamYard is horrible. Do you hear me? It's horrible. And they asked me would I recommend y'all? Heck no, because y'all got too many bugs. Now I got a brand new computer. This computer shouldn't keep crashing YouTube. I mean, StreamYard the way that it do. It crashes. And you think, everybody's listening to you and you be done went out and have to come back in. So I hope y'all heard what I was saying because StreamYard sucks. You hear me now? And that's pitiful because I was talking and everything, and that's crazy. And it just keeps crashing. It's weird. What I was saying was protect your intellectual property no matter what. And I was talking about my daddy. I said my daddy wrote a song called Pretty Little Schoolgirl, and he was singing it to everybody. He sung it to my mother and everything. Somebody took it, changed the name of it, and one word in the song, one name in the song, and got it, and it became a radio hit during that time. And when people heard it, they was like, "Hey, your song's on the radio." He had stole my daddy's song, and my daddy couldn't prove it was his song. Couldn't prove it. I mean, there was people that heard it, but he didn't have it documented. And so he told me, "Don't ever, no matter how big or small, whatever you create, make sure that your name and stuff is all over it, all through it, all the things." Okay, so yeah, so I do apologize to you guys. It is not me. StreamYard has been acting a donkey. Okay. It keeps crashing. It keeps doing all the stuff and it's making people's content bad because, you know, YouTube crucifies you if you have your channel up while you going live. They call it double dipping. But StreamYard sucks and you gotta have it up to see if it's still recording. You gotta have it up because other than that, it'll crash and you think you still have your you think you still recording or that your people are still live and it be done kicked you off. So yeah, I'm looking for something other than StreamYard because I'm sick of them. I'm really sick of StreamYard. Do you hear me? They not worth it. That's why I don't pay for it. I do the free.com. Say what you want to say. I don't care. I do the free.com. Until they start getting the bugs out, I'm doing the free.com. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let me get into this real quick. This right here is one of my family members. They releasing this movie today. Uh, please make sure you all go and get them a click in the view. I believe it's gonna be on Tubi. Okay, please go give them a click in the view. All right. He's also creating another movie. He was asking for some extras, and I shared that with you guys. If you want to be an extra in his movie, he told you what he needed, what time he needed it, so that they can call you in and everything. This is like his 10th movie. Seven. Well, I'm gonna say seven. My other cousin got 21 on Tubi, and one of my other cousins just got one movie on there, but he's got a series as well. And then another one of my cousins working on his second movie. So, my family's doing their thug thizzle. I ain't mad at them. They doing their thug thizzle. So, uh, mm, I just spilled that coffee on me. I'm gonna have to buy me another coffee warmer because this is not warming my coffee the way it did when I first got it. Anyway, but I want to show y'all that. Please support. Please support. Okay, please support. Where is my next? Okay, this is what I want to encourage my people back. Let me tell y'all. Okay, you know what? When I say somebody gonna think this is about them. Okay, you remember when Janet Jackson had that song? I bet you think this song is about you. No matter what I say, people gonna feel like this song. I mean, that what I'm saying is about them. So it is what it is. I still got to be me. I still got to be free. I still got to be me. In this world, in this world of boys and girls, okay, in this world of grown boys and girls, I don't like game players. I just don't. For real, I used to say all the time. Now everybody's beginning to say it. I didn't make it up. I just used to say it all the time that I quit school because of recess. I don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight up no chaser. I tell you who I am, and I walk it out. Okay, now walk it out. Walk it out. I walk it out. Okay. In this thing, I'm learning a lot being single. I'm learning a lot being a widow. I'm learning a lot between males and men. And people with penises hate when I say that because I always say there's a difference between males and men. And there is a difference between men and males. Males is how you're born, a man is your character. Okay? It just is what it is. I didn't come up with the rules, I just defined them. Okay? And I've never in my life seen, and I know I say this all the time, y'all, but I never in my life seen people with penises that play so many games. And then here's the thing, play games and then act like they don't know that they playing the game. Are you kidding? And that's just something I'm not, man, miss me all the way around that. I just I don't have time for that. I am used to men being a man. It's just weird to me. Like, sometimes I wish my husband could appear and we have a conversation. Because he used to tell me all the time, he used to say, baby, these men, they ain't what you think. I'm telling you, that's why I say to myself, they ain't what you think. They full of games and I ain't got time for it. And I mean, I used to be like, really? I was so clueless, y'all. Y'all pray for me. I was clueless. Do you hear me? I was so bob ahead because my life was fulfilled, and everything, and my home was great, and I didn't know. And when my friends used to tell me, "Girl, be lucky you married, because these men out here, they want is to play these games, and all they want is us to chase them, and all this and stuff." And I'm like, "Not men, not men, for real, it's that bad, y'all." Now that I'm single and I'm a widow and I got something to compare it with, it's like, and this is what somebody asked me, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Somebody asked me, "Are you looking for your husband and other men?" Absolutely not, because it was only one king. Let's make that straight. But am I looking for a man to have the attributes of a man? Yeah. Am I looking for a man to honor his word? Yeah. Why is that so hard? I don't get that. I don't get why. And not just men, but that's what I'm focusing on right now. I don't understand why men feel like they have to honor their word. Like, see what I'm saying? It was YouTube. It dropped me again. It dropped. See, I can't stand that. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now, Kimberly? Uh, but what I was saying, y'all, is that's why I'm not even going. I was gonna show y'all something else. I'm gonna make sure it's stable first because this is weird to me. It keeps dropping. Okay, baby. Okay. Thank you. I saw that. That's what made me look. Um, Kimberly, what's the girl? What is the pro? And it's like it's like, y'all. I mean, can I just be naked and unashamed? Can I be honest with y'all? I don't know how to navigate this because I'm such an open book. I've never met men who don't want to know about a woman. Sir, no, I'm so serious. Like, they just don't want to know nothing about you. They want to tell you about them, but they don't ask you nothing about you. And I'm such a woman and a lady that I wait to hear, well, what about you? What's some of the things you like to do? What's your favorite food? Or how was your day today? Real women, we wait for that, right? And it never happens. They tell you all that they do, and that's it. That's it. And if it was just one man, I would be like, oh, he's messed up. No, it's these breed of men. Here you go. Okay, I'm gonna act like I'm a dude. I'm gonna act like I'm a dude. Okay. Hey, what's up, Uncle Clyde? Hey, boo. Now see, that's a real man right there, Uncle Clyde. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna act like I'm a man. Okay. This is the men nowadays. Not everybody. So if it don't apply, let it fly. Because if you come for me, I'm gonna come for you. Okay. Uh, but this is the men. Okay, that I'm talking about. The males I'm talking about. Yeah, I went to Kroger today and went to see my auntie and got some gas in the car and yeah, I had some bills to pay and yeah. And it's hot out here, well anyway, you have a good day. I'm used to real men saying, how you doing today? Yeah, I had to work today. I had to do this. What was your day like today? How you feeling? You know, uh, uh, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna cook. What you cooking today? Are you went out to like conversation? Okay, now I'm gonna give you my itinerary, what I did, and bye. I It's like I think it's a mental breakdown. Seriously, I think it's a mental breakdown because these men don't know how to carry on the conversation. It's I'm gonna talk at you, and that's it. I'm gonna tell you, and that's it. It's not like old school. Old school getting to know you, or old school friendship, or old school dating was men were more engaged in what a woman like because what are you doing this for? A woman. So most real men like, yeah, I want to get to know her. Even if we're gonna be friends, I want to know what my friend is about. I want to be there for my friend. I want to, you know. But these new men, and I'm saying new because the mindset, these new men, they could care less. It's all about what they did. Screw you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. And then when it don't happen, and you call them on the corporate, like, well, thought you said you was going. Oh yeah, well, something happened. Whatever happened to? Hey, I know we supposed to talk at 2 o'clock. Something came up. So can I get back with you later? Whatever happened to common courtesy? Whatever happened to common respect for you first? Screw everybody else, but you don't value you. So if you don't value you, I know you ain't gonna value me. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. Cause I mean, I know I'm out of the loop. Like I said, I'm a widow, so I'm out of the loop. I was married almost 30 years, and I think everybody, in a certain age is like my late husband, and I'm finding out it's not. That these males, they come from a whole new breed. I don't get it. And when have you ever seen a lot of straight men want to be around a lot of straight men? I ain't talking about what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. I ain't never seen penises pick other penises over a coochie. You rather spend time with men than to be around a woman. Yeah, okay, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Let me see. I'm not sure if these males even like. Okay, Uncle Clyde, because it's showing down low. It just is. It's like it's weird, you know. Well, if you do it on your channel, I'll come and talk. I sure will. Shoot. So, I have an appointment. Okay, baby. Okay, I'll call you later. I either call me when you get back. You know. So I just, y'all, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. And no matter what I say, people get pissed anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know my philosophy is better be pissed than pissed on. You get me? And I guess some of us, like, I know my standards is high, but I don't reach somewhere where I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in the playground and I'm trying to reach up to the Empire State Building. No, I walk it like I talk it. Anything that I do, I back up. Anything that I say, I can stand in. So I'm not asking you for something that I'm not willing to give myself. What is wrong with honesty? What is wrong with common courtesy? What is wrong with conversation? I ain't. What is wrong with men that don't want to conversate no more? Huh? Yeah, I'm not ready for this. That's why I said, you know what? And I will say this, and they wonder why a lot of women is going to other women. I'm not saying everybody, but there has been like a flex of women, like a whole bunch of, and they don't know how to explain it. Even celebrity older women is going to women now. You know what I'm saying? Because they tired of it. They tired of that. All that playing them games. That's a game. I don't chase no man. It ain't even in my DNA, boo. It's not. Now, if we just gonna be friends, cool. Hey, what's up, dog? How you doing? I ain't talked to you in a minute. You get a whole different Coco, Creole, okay? You get a whole different one. But if we call ourselves gonna like each other and see where this thing can go, that's a totally different conversation. And if you show me you interested in me, I'll reciprocate. But as far as you want me to come first, I'll never. Nigga, never. And y'all heard that right. I said the word. Nigga, never. I'm too together for that. Too together for that. That ain't my story. Now, I ain't knocking no woman who do. That's you, boo. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I walk differently. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Only thing I need you to do, if we're going to get in a relationship, of course, reciprocation financially is always going to be on the table. But do I need that from you? No. Mm-mm. I love, laughter, and understanding. Okay, I want to live, laugh, and love. That's all I keep saying. Let's have some fun. And you know what's so fun? What's so funny is I told Guy, I said, I don't want no man who, you heard me, Shaker. I said, I don't want no man with no little kids. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. I've been responsible for a kid since I was 8 years old. One of my little sisters. Okay. And I ended up having a baby when I was 15, 1 week from my sweet 16 birthday. And I've been responsible for a kid ever since then. Now that my baby girl is on her own, she's 23, she's on her own, got her own place in a whole nother city of Kentucky, working 2 jobs. I'm not responsible for no kids. I don't have no kids right now that I'm responsible for. My baby 23. So I'm at a point, like, finally in my life, I don't have nobody but me to be responsible for. So why would I want a man who still got to pay daycare, who still got to, go and go pick up the kids for the weekend and all that? And that's fine, because kids love me. I'm a good person. They love me. But as far as dating a man, no. Mm-mm. And what's so funny, God's been bringing me all these men. And I don't know, I ain't even gonna say God, I'm gonna say the devil's been bringing me. So you gotta pay attention to what you say. Been bringing me these men that ain't got no chivalry, but their character's questionable. I'm really being honest. Their character is questionable. It's been 5. I ain't think it was that many people that ain't had no kids. I've been impressed that these are black men with no kids. I've been like, you ain't got no kids. It's funny. But their character is questionable. And then they get mad at me because I won't take some of the stuff. I don't know what women y'all used to dealing with. I tell everybody when we meet, I'm different than anybody you ever met. I'm one of the women that'll tell you up front what she like and what she don't. I ain't one of them women that you got to play cloak and dagger with. Like, you know how a lot of women say one thing, but they mean another, and men got to drag it out of them, what they mean, why they mad, and all that. That is not my game. I don't play that. You piss me off, I'm going to tell you pissed me off. My daddy said I think more like a dude. And that's probably cool because my influences were more alpha males. And I see men coming, and that's what they don't like. Like, seriously, I see when y'all playing these games, and I'll give you enough rope to hang yourself. I'll give you enough rope to hang yourself. But when I see you the long way. And my thing is, if we're going to play a game, my turn. Let me in. Tag me. If we're going to play a game, are we playing checkers or chess? Because I'm going to always play to win. So, I mean, tag me in. Let's both play. I don't want you having all the fun and I can't have none. Come on now. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Seriously. Since we're gonna play a game, let's play it. Let's play it, boo. I'm so serious. And if you don't want me to play, because when I play, trust me, trust and believe, you don't want me play. You don't want me play. Let's keep it on the up and up. Let's keep it on. I'd rather be, like I said, one thing me and my late husband did, we rather hurt each other with the truth than to kiss each other with a lie, to smooth each other with a lie. No matter how hard it is, let's talk. Let's be honest. That way can't nobody come off the streets and tell you anything. Because you already know it. Done dealt with it. We done got mad over it, whatever the case may be. Now it's time to roll on. I don't like liars. I do not like liars. That is my pet peeve. And let me explain to y'all why I don't like liars, okay? One of the things when I was being molested, okay, when I started being molested by this one particular cousin on this one particular side, and I hope this don't trigger nobody. I ain't gonna go into it, but I'm just telling you why. I went and told some adults on that same side in the family, and they told me I was lying. And they pinned me as the liar. So no matter what I said, I was lying. No matter what happened, I did it. That's how they looked at it. One day, it was 4th of July. Okay. And I got a ride. This is before I had my car. I got a ride over to one of my auntie's house because that's where everybody always go every 4th of July. Okay. So they said, you coming, you coming, you coming. So finally I said, yeah, got a ride over there by my boyfriend at the time. And when it was time to go, I asked my auntie, not the auntie that lived there, but her sister, I said, can you drop me back off? And she said, yeah. So I only had my plate and my purse. I gets in the car with her. She drops me off. She sees me get out with a plate and a purse. By the time I got in the house, my pager was going off. It's letting y'all know how late, my pager was going off. Call. So I calls and I'm like, what's going on, auntie? This is the same auntie who dropped me out. And I thought she was dumb. And I'm going to tell you what I said to her. She said, they're blaming you because they said in their deep freezer, it was $150 worth of meat that was missing. And they said you stole it. I said, now, Aunt Phyllis, that's her name. I said, Aunt Phyllis, you brought me home. Did you see me with $150 worth of meat? I said, that was dumb. Why didn't you tell them I dropped her off? All she had was a plate and a purse. But let them tell it I did it. Because they pinned me as the liar of the family. So when it was all said and done, said cousin who was molesting me, him and his girlfriend, is the one who stole the meat. The one that they didn't never want to admit that was not only a liar, but he was everything else. But they protected him and they blamed me. So somebody lying takes me back to a place. Hey, auntie, takes me back to a place in my life that I'm healed from. But sometimes it's like scratching dandruff. You know what I'm saying? Like you get treated for dandruff, but sometimes you could scratch and some flakes come out. That's how I feel. I don't like liars. And I don't like people who avoid conversations. I can't stand it. But anyway, make a long story short, that's why I don't like liars at all, because they're dangerous. They're very dangerous. And I'd rather for you to tell me the truth and let me deal with it, let me sit with it, let me cry, and then you can act out a lie. Hello. I hear my granddaddy. Come on, granddaddy. You could act out a lie as well as tell one. I've never met people, especially men in these days, that won't just be upfront and tell you the truth. They, instead of saying, I'm interested in you, I don't know how to make a relationship. What does it take to be in a relationship with you? What does it take to get to know you? That's a conversation. But just to, you know what? Let me read. See what I said? Oh, my God. Let me see if I can show y'all this next thing, and hopefully it don't kick me out. Okay. Somebody sent this to me this morning, and I just want to share this because this is true. To all the real ones, this is true right here. Okay. I pulled the screen up on my other computer just in case it goes out. That way I can see it. Let's go.
You don't even know it. Ain't said a word, ain't sent a text, ain't made a...
Hold on, let me start it over.
Them people mad at you and you don't even know it. Ain't said a word, ain't sent a text, ain't made a move. Just sitting somewhere on the sideline with that quiet shade, tight-lipped and a heart full of smoke. And why? Because they scared to tell you. Scared to confront you. Because they know deep down inside, they can't check what's real. They mad that they couldn't shrink you. Mad that they couldn't compartmentalize you and keep you in a box. Mad that you didn't fold. Mad that you kept pushing without begging for their time or their energy. But see, here's the thing. You ain't got to find out through side eyes and cold shoulders and third-handed whispers, because God gonna let you know. They was never real to begin with. Because see, the real ones, they speak up, and the fake ones, they sitting somewhere simmering like cowards. Let them stay mad in the dark, hoping that you feel it without them ever having to say anything. But see, me, I ain't got time to be reading minds and trying to decode fake energy. Say it with your chest or keep it moving. Because I'm too grown, I'm healing too good, and I'm too focused at this point to entertain pain that can't be spoken. Them people mad at you,
y'all,
and you don't even know
y'all, 2 snaps. Come on. Thank you, boo, for sending this to me. Oh my gosh, y'all. If that ain't, come on now. If that didn't speak volumes, if that don't speak volumes, a lot of people can't take it because you're real. They sitting somewhere with that silent pain. I ain't got nothing to do with who hurt you. It wasn't me, bro. All I'm trying to do is get to know you, to love you. That's it. And if you was wise, you would let somebody love the pain away. It just got tired. But other than that, I ain't got it to give. I ain't got it to give. I've done the work. I've done the work to be where I am. Baby, let me tell y'all something. With everything that has happened with me, I shouldn't be in my right mind. Y'all just don't understand why I give God all the glory. I ain't saying you got to believe what I believe. I ain't saying you got to believe in who I believe. But I ain't going to stop talking about who I believe just because you have a problem with it. Baby, I shouldn't be in my right mind. Do y'all hear me? Do you understand? I shouldn't even be here. I told y'all he that should never be named. Put that gun to my head and pull the trigger, baby. And honey, that bullet hit the wall. Baby. If you ever got my books, okay? If you ever got my books, some of this stuff that I talk about is in my books. You already know. Shout out to Mama Tita for being my supporter. She got every book that I've written. And I'm going to give her this next one for free. Because she's bought every book I've written and she always talked about it. You know, shout out to her. Baby, when I tell y'all, I used to ask God, why me? Why so much pain? Why me? But now I understand why. Because too much is given, much is required. And a lot of these people walk around, they ain't paid the price for nothing. But baby, the anointing that I got on my life and the wisdom that I speak from, oh, I earned that. Oh, baby. She earned that. Okay, and I don't let nobody play with it. Not nothing 2 legs walking, slithering, or 4. I don't let nobody play with that. I'm gonna say happy, and a lot of men can't take me. I'm too intelligent. I'm too strong. Put it like that. I'm too strong. They want a weak woman, weak-minded woman. They don't see me as an asset. They see me as, oh man, you see me as a competition. That's your fault. It ain't my fault. That's your fault because I'm an asset. My favorite scripture is Psalms 139:14. And when you read that, you'll understand why I walk and talk and my back is straight and I take no wooden nickels. That is my favorite scripture. It says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous is thy works, that my soul know it right well. Fearfully and wonderfully made, and marvelous is my works. As marvelous is thy works, God's work. So I don't walk with my head down. I don't talk like I don't know who I am. I don't act like I don't know who I am. I don't try to be somebody that I'm not. I don't try to be somebody that I'm not. See what I'm saying, y'all? See what I'm saying? That's YouTube. Not YouTube. That's StreamYard. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. What I was saying was, I don't know how much I heard. Let me go back and see how much I heard, so I won't have to start over. Hold on. Okay. What I was saying. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, what I was saying after I said that was in my scripture, I was saying that at that time, um, I was going through so much. I had kids to depend on me. I was going to school. I was in a relationship, and then I was in a secret relationship with that family member, and everything. They had started out molesting me, and because he kept access to me, I fell in love with him. Okay, I've talked about my Stockholm syndrome. I got several videos on that, and everything. And I just felt like I was drowning. I just felt like, sometimes like, is today going to be the day, that I actually, fall under. It's the day that I go under. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was in Winn-Dixie one day, and I was doing some grocery shopping, and this minister saw me, and she remembered me as being my uncle's niece who was a preacher. And she said to me, she said, I'm supposed to give you something. And she pulled out this small Bible, and she gave me Psalms 139 and 14. She said, that is your scripture. Oh, and she read it to me right there in the grocery store. She said, this is for you. This is who you are. Make sure you meditate on this. Anytime you feel like whatever, you read this. This is going to help you on your journey. Y'all, when I tell you that was the best thing she could ever gave me. I mean, the best thing. Now, when this lady see me, she just hugs me so much. She's like, "Man, look what God has done." I mean, she just, everybody needs somebody in their life that reinforces positivity, that reinforces your Shelby. Everybody needs somebody to tell them, you know what, you're worth it. No matter what you've been through, you're worth it. If you overcame it, you're worth it. Use it as a stepping stone to reach your next level. Not only that, whatever you overcame, it gets you this thing to where you ain't gonna let nobody mess with your peace. You're not gonna let nobody mess with who you are. You're not gonna let nobody give you no wooden nickels. That's why a lot of people, you know what? I love me some Jay Wilson. Let me say this. I love me some Jay Wilson. Okay. But some of the people that he allowed nowadays on his platform, I can't do. I can't do. And I don't make a big scene about it. I just exit stage gone. That's it. When I see they not up there, I come back. Cause what you not gonna do, I'm not gonna sit there and actually know you're lying and let you keep lying to me. See, I don't like liars. I keep saying I just don't. I don't like people who start a lot of stuff. I just don't deal with people like that, y'all. And when I see it's certain people, if I no matter where I see them, I don't care how much I'm enjoying the Commodore Terry, okay? If I see them pop up, I'm like, I'm out. Holla. And that's just so people won't keep saying Creole in the chat and think I'm still in there and ignoring them. No, I'm gone. Y'all have fun. No, I guards my peace at all costs. I guards my gates. I told y'all about the gates. I guards my gates. No, we ain't doing that. And like I said, I don't knock nobody. You have who you want on your platform. It's yours. I can tell you what to do, but I ain't got to subject myself to it. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to, I really would like to have a panel with women and men, especially women and men that's single, some that's been single, some of us that's newly single due to, the Lord decided to take our loved one home, because this is new. This is new, but I am guarding my heart and my mind, because I understand that sometimes in widowship or when you're a widow, the loneliness of it opens you up to people who may not be really right for you, but you're lonely because you're used to that person being there, and sometimes that loneliness gets you, especially in the wee hours of the night, when you go to roll over, nobody's there. When something happened in your life and you used to have somebody to share it with, and now you don't have that person to share it with no more, and it's like you don't know what to do with all that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, um, and you have to be careful what you share and who you share it with. I've learned that the wrong way. Okay. And everything, because not everybody that claims to be for you is for you. Some people are only there for you on conditions. Somebody told me, I always have your back. I'll always be there for you. Nobody else gonna be there for you. I'll be there for you. I got your back. And as soon as I said one thing they didn't like, as soon as I did one thing they didn't like, they shut down like good gas gone up. It was so quick and swift. I was like, wait a minute. Thought we was cool. Thought we was cool as long as I did everything they said. Check it. With some people like that, you're not supposed to have an opinion. So let me see. Last but not least, hopefully y'all, let me get this real quick. Hold on. Uh, I'm pulling it up, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I want to make sure y'all can still hear me. Okay, y'all can. All right, I'm gonna pull this up because I think a lot of our problems, and I know some people gonna get mad at me over this, but I think a lot of our problems started with this. And I'm gonna pull this up so y'all can see it, and let's talk a darn about it. Okay, let me pull it up. Y'all see that? Just look at that picture real quick. It says black fathers versus welfare. The no man rule that destroyed black families. Okay. In order for the woman to get Section 8, food stamps, Medicaid, okay, and also assistance, could no man be in the house? Okay. Could no man be in the house? This system, hold on, let me get back over here where y'all are. Okay. This right here systematically forced or reinforced black men leaving the home. Not all black men. I keep telling you, if it don't apply, let it fly. Okay. I love you. All right. It says your black dad may have had to choose, had no choice. I'm sorry. What you see in this image isn't just art, it's history. It's what happened to millions of black families. From the 1940s through the 1970s and even into the 1990s, states enforced what was called the man in the house rule, or what many of us now call the no man rule. This policy made it illegal for a father to live in the home if the mother received welfare benefits. Let that sink in. If a man lived there, visited too often, or even had occasionally sex relationships with the mother, the family could lose everything. Some states counted sex once a week as a violation. Others counted once every 6 months. And yes, social workers and property managers conducted surprise inspections to catch fathers in the home. I lived this myself, this person is saying, in the 1990s. I had to leave the apartment of my firstborn mother constantly because the property manager inspected the unit just like the social workers used to. If I was seen there too much, she could lose her housing, her food assistance, her medical coverage, everything. There wasn't deadbeat behavior, there was survival. This rule was so abusive that the United States Supreme Court struck it down in 1968 in King versus Smith. But even after it was declared illegal, the mindset and enforcement culture continued in housing authorities, welfare offices, and property management practices for decades. And here's the part that still hurts today. Generations of black children grew up believing their fathers abandoned them, when in reality, the system forced those fathers out of the home. This policy didn't just remove men, it destroyed trust, fractured families, and rewrote the story of Black fatherhood in America. It created a myth that still follows us, the myth of the missing Black father. But many fathers weren't missing, they were barred. If you ever wonder why your father wasn't allowed to stay, why he only visited at certain hours, why he slept somewhere else, why he disappeared during inspections, this is why. Hey, Catherine Boo, this is why. Black America deserves to know the truth. Our families didn't fall. A system designed to keep us economically weak and emotionally divided succeeded. It's time to correct the narrative. It's time to heal. It's time to tell the truth about what really happened to Black fathers and Black families. I remember, I told y'all, I've been on my own since I was 17 years old. So that was 1987. Okay. I got emancipated. I went before a judge and he emancipated me to be on my own. So I've been on my own since I was 17, really 16, like maybe 4 months before my 17th birthday, but legally since I was 17. And I remember my auntie telling me, make sure that when they come and inspect, there is no men's clothes there. And I'm like, why? She told me, she said, because if you get any type of assistance, they can report back and you'll lose your assistance. So I remember at the time, the person I was dating, whenever it was inspection time coming, I got smart though. I started letting them know my brother babysits for me, so he keeps some of his stuff over here. And they're like, oh, okay. So I said, can you put it on my record that my brother babysit? Okay, I'm back. Told y'all it's the thing. They would be without everything because half of them let these men stay with them and they hang out on the porch. What's up, my uncle? Hey, talking all loud, disrespect people's stuff. And it's just I try not to come on here and talk like this, y'all. I swear, because people get mad at me. But let me see what you say. That's when I graduated high school. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm 55 now. I'll be 56 in September. So I don't think we too far in age, Uncle Clyde. I don't think we are. Um, but yeah, the government actually knew what they were doing when they put that stipulation in place. And it wasn't for nobody but us, black people, because we had the most structured family system it was after slavery. Now, some of that abandonment did start in slavery because they sold us off and all this and stuff. But for the most part, I think we were like 78% fathers in the home until a certain time, like 19, maybe 90, 1989 or something like that. That's when we went down to from 78% of the fathers being in the home. I think we went down to like 43%. That's a heck of a drop, y'all. Okay. Yes. Come on, 57. Thank you, Boo. Yeah, so I really believe that, and like I said, I remember this. I remember it I don't knock mothers and fathers that decided that, well, in order for you to get some help and you get some help for the family or the kids, I'm going to, go stay over my mom's and everything, but I'll be back. I hate that it had to come down to that, but a lot of men felt like that they were letting their families down if they couldn't provide for them because, the jobs wasn't jobbing. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons why I like Good Times, and y'all know if you go back to the beginning of this live, you'll see what was said about Good Times. One of the reasons why I like Good Times is because of James Evans. James Evans. He was the epitome to me of what a black father was. He was a man. He took care of his family at all costs. He was the disciplinarian of the household. He said what he meant what he said, and they respected him. All she had to say was, wait till your father come home. And that was enough. Okay? And he walked in with authority. They respected that man. Wasn't none of that talking back type of stuff. What he said was law. He was the authority figure. He ran that house. His wife found comfort in him. She know she was safe. And he respected the opinion of his wife. But at the end of the day, and see, a lot of women, see, what I don't like is I think I'm a woman all day, every day. Was born with one of them things, okay? Vaginas. I'm a woman all day long, and I support my sisters and I support women. But in a way, I feel like women's lib hurt us. Just because you can do it, is it meant that you're supposed to do it? That's a lot of questions that we don't ask. That's just like outfits. Just because they make it in your size doesn't mean you should wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like to show you how old school I am, my grandmother used to say, get in the mirror and bend over. She said, because you bottom heavy, boo. Get in the mirror and bend over. If you bend over and you can see the crack of your butt, your upper thigh in the back that's cutting where your panty line is, you don't wear that. See, that's me. I do that to this day. I'm a grown woman. Y'all heard me say I'm 55. I get in the mirror and be like, this is questionable. And I hear my grandmother, and baby, if I bend over and that thing give me too much air, I'm like, can't wear you, boo. If I wear you, gotta wear you with some shorts. But a lot of women don't do that. A lot of women feel, you know, if a man sees, so what? That's just not that's not how I'm made up. I'm not knocking you if you do. I'm just saying that's not how I'm made up. I've been around real men, and a lot of like most of my friends was men. That's what trips me out about men today that call themselves cool. They want to be friends or whatever. That don't talk. I've never met that type of man because I grew up. Most of my friends were males, and we talked. Like I don't heard about their girlfriends. Then I asked my opinions. I don't heard, baby. You'd be surprised what men share with me. Okay, so let me see what you said, Catherine. Yeah, it changed drastically. It really did. Uh, but men will tell you, like my friends used to say, now that right there, I hit it. I hit it in the dark. I won't let nobody know I hit it, but I hit it. But she could never be my woman. Y'all think the more of y'all body that y'all show, that brings men to y'all yard and make them want to just not real men. Real men is like, because if you want everybody to see it, what are you saving for me? See, these are hard conversations that people don't like to have, but I'm just being honest, and people hate me because I be honest about it. Why does my light offend your devil? It just, but we got to have some type of respect for ourselves. We do have to have some type of respect for ourselves. I had daughters. Like all my first seven, oh, yeah, my first seven kids was girls. First seven kids was girls. Then God said, you know what, I'm gonna bless you. And gave me two extra boys. Okay. But yeah, I had to watch how I dressed in front of my girls. How am I gonna tell them one thing and I'm dressing a whole different way? I'm embarrassing them. I'm showing up at parent teacher conferences with real tight clothes on, uh, rollers in my head, wave caps or whatever. I'm showing up, dirty clothes, dirty house shoes and stuff. And no, man, come on. Care about you first. And a lot of us don't care about us. You can't care about you if you don't care how you look. I beg to differ. When I was married, I never wanted to embarrass my husband because I realized we represent each other, which I was an altogether act. He would tell people, my wife is high maintenance. I would, I'm the one who bought his suits. Me. My husband didn't know about that. My husband was cornbread fed countryman. Baby, give him some blue jeans, some boots, and a t-shirt and a hat. And he think he doing some stuff. That was just him. And I loved my hard-working countryman. Okay? He told me, baby, I just need something to, style with you because you step out, I need something to be equal with you when we got somewhere to go. I had him, 10 pair of blue jeans. He had two nice pair of boots that he worked and wore all the time and t-shirts, plenty of t-shirts. But when it was time to step out, he was right because his wife done bought it and it's hanging up in the closet. And he would say, what color we wearing? Because he could match me. I picked his ties. I picked his cufflinks. I think it's only two pair of cufflinks in almost 30 years that my husband picked out. Other than that, it was me. I picked his Stacey Adams. Get into that. Yeah. We was ready when we stepped out. Okay, we always matched, and I know some of y'all men hate that, but me and my husband loved it. We always matched. If I wore purple, he wore purple. If he wanted to wear green, I wore green. We matched. And I know to some of y'all. Okay, come on, Uncle Clyde. Right, males are not men. It's just Uncle Clyde, I swear, it's pee in the pool. It's pee in this dating pool. It just is. And what's so funny, I've never met men that don't want to talk, that don't want to get to know a woman. They more comfortable around other penises. And I find that very skeptical. I really do. It's like you want a woman to pull a conversation out of you. You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to carry on a conversation. She's got to say, well, how are you today? Okay, how was work? How you feeling? Oh, really? And not one time in this conversation do you know how to reciprocate and say, well, how was your day? How you feeling today? What you do? It's answering questions. That's weird. And they don't think it's weird, Uncle Cloud. They don't think it's weird. They just be like, ah, you know what? And sometimes that's a lack of fatherhood too. I really believe that that's a lack of a male influence. Because when you really got a positive male role model in your life and you a man, you kind of turn out a little bit different. Ask my husband. My husband's father was very instrumental in his life because he lost his mother at 10. His father worked all the time, came home, took care of the home, took care of them, all of that. And that grew up in him. But when I'm looking at men that don't have a male role model in their life, it's like okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like, okay, yeah, I got a mama and she did what she's supposed to do. But other than that, I don't like women. If I do like a woman, I'm gonna knock her off sexually and that's it. But I don't like women for real because whatever my mama did, I don't really like her either. So I don't like women. That's what it's given. It's like, mm-mm. So every woman's paying for whatever your mama did or did not do. That's weird. That's why I say a lot of men need counseling because that's weird. That's just weird. But I have noticed a difference. Most men that had a positive male role model, whether it be an uncle, their stepfather, their father, they deal with women differently than men who didn't have a male figure in their life. It's like it's apples and oranges. I've looked at both ways and it's like, you know, but whatever. Some of us is meant, you know, and then some of us is not. So um I just don't want nobody to play with me. Don't play with me. I'm the wrong one to try to play with. Seriously. One, because prophetically I see a lot I don't say. Y'all keep forgetting she is what she is. And God ain't gonna never let me be stupid. Now, if I be stupid, it's because I want to be, but He will never let me be stupid. So, you know. Yeah, yep, absolutely, Catherine. Absolutely, boo. You know, um, but I trust God. What's for me is for me. And, I know there's another person out there that finds me as an asset instead of feeling like he's got I'm his competition. It don't even sound right. And when you tell people all I want to do is live, laugh, and love, that that makes males scared because they don't want to love nobody. They don't want to love nobody. And I tell every man that I know, I don't chase no men. I might like you and think you the sexiest thing since baby let me see, Denzel Washington. I might think you just woo. I don't chase you though. Mm-mm. All you gotta do is tell me one time you don't want me. I don't care how it hurt. Tell me one time I'm not interested in you. I don't want you. You're not my flavor. All the things are the things. Thank you. I appreciate you. But like I said, Uncle Clyde, I don't know. I don't, baby. My head's off to you because you came from the line of real men, and hey, you give me hope, Uncle Clyde. You give me hope. I'm really being honest with you, because the stuff I'm seeing, it's pee in the pool. The stuff I'm seeing, like I said, I ain't never seen males that want women to chase them. I ain't know what part of the game is that. What's his name? Atomic Dog says sometime I feel like it, sometime I chase the cat, nothing but the dog in me. What? I don't get it. It's like I don't get it. What part is that where women chase where women chase men? Or where cats chase dogs? That's not even the cycle of life. It's not the cycle of life. And I can't get with it. I cannot. That's why I said I love older men. I do. I love older men that settled and know who they are. Let me tell y'all something. Let me say it like it. Somebody like Uncle Clyde and somebody like Just My Thoughts. Baby, that's my flavor. I just want y'all to know that's my flavor right there. Okay? Them older men. Because they settled. They already know who they are. They don't need no convincing. They don't care what no other men say. If they like you, they're going to let you know that they like you. Okay? Let's talk. Let's get her going. Ain't none of that. I'm gonna play a game with you. I'm gonna tag you it. Nah, I'm gonna let her come for me. No, that's my flavor right there. Now, this one young guy, he's 30 something, 38. Lord have mercy, too young for me. He's 38, too young for me. But he was determined. Hey, I'm the one you need. I'm the one you need. First I had to convince him of my age because he didn't think, he said, there is no way you that old. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the compliment, but okay, baby, I got kids your age. Okay. I would never date somebody that's my kid's age. Let's get that straight first. Okay. So, but the young guy, he was together. He had 2 jobs. He was mentally sound. He was responsible. If that man told me, and I didn't know how young he was, so that's why I'm telling y'all this now. If that man say, I'm gonna call you at 4:00, baby, I could put my timer on it. Then when my phone rung, it was 4:00. He really understood character. He understood my word is my bond. If you won't keep your own word, why should I trust anything you say? That's weird to me. Your word don't mean nothing. Nobody's that busy. Okay? Nobody. People make time for stuff that's important to them. And if your word is not important to you, don't try to get me to believe nothing you're saying. Because I think everything you're saying is a lie. And you got one time to lie to me. And you got one time to lie on me. But anyway, that's how I found out. We had talked for about a couple of weeks. And we finally got around to the age thing, because we was trying to get to know each other, so we finally got around to the age thing. And I told him how old I was. And he was like, you lying? I'm like, no, I'm not. And he said, wait a minute, I'm looking at your picture again. No. I said, yes. He was like, I said, why? Because how old are you? He said, 38. Yeah. Baby, I'm sorry. And then the kiss of death was he had a child. Ugh, no, can't do it. Can't. I'm sorry. And it hurt, boy. It hurt him. It hurt me. I can't do it. I don't want no kids like that. Nope. Even though he told me, thank you for telling me up front. He said, I appreciate that. He said, dang. I said, I know, right? But that was it. I ain't gonna lie to you now. Now, somebody asked me, would I relocate for a relationship? If the relationship was going strong and we was really talking about building something together, we was talking about marriage and all of that, absolutely, I would relocate. I told y'all, I don't have no kids right now. All my kids is grown. I'm only responsible for me. So yeah, I would relocate. I really would. And everything. So yeah, Okay. Now, what's so funny? I will say this, and I'm getting out of here. 1987. Y'all know he's married. Actually asked me to move closer to him. Y'all want to know where he's at? California. Now, the only way I would I'm gonna be honest with you. It's only one man so far that I know that I would even remotely, that's in California, that I would even remotely think about getting to know on a relationship basis if it went there, and that's D Ham. I ain't never sugarcoated. We've always said that, but that's not happening. That's my friend. I appreciate him in my life, however he is. But that would be the only way I go California to stay if it's gonna be for a man, not for a married man that want to take care of me. Now, to some women that sound good, don't it? You got a married man that's still in love with you from 1987 that wants to take care of you and wants you to move close to him. So that ain't, and you know what? And then he apologized because he said, "You're not even that tight," but I had to ask. And he makes money, okay? He makes money. He's the head manager of one place, and then he's the manager of an accounting firm, and he's an accountant. He makes money, and he's a retired Marine. He makes money. Okay, if I was a little tackhead, it wouldn't have been a thing. But a chicken wing, come on. But that ain't me. That's not me. I don't want to hurt no other woman. Not like it. I was a wife, and I wouldn't want nobody to do me like it. So it's a no. It's a no. It's no amount of money worth my dignity. Nope. Matter of fact, I've even stopped talking to him because once it went there, and once you start telling me every phone call that you're still in love with me and you still want to be with me, and all that's disrespectful to your wife. I can't do that. I can't do that. It's flattering. Don't get me wrong. It is flattering, but no, I can't do that because I wouldn't want my husband sitting on the phone with his ex talking about I miss you, I love you. Can we try to do something? It ain't that. Mm-mm. Simplify to him. I know that's right. Some older men are settled and some are immature. Right. But that's why I was saying, that's why I use Uncle Clyde and Just My Thoughts. That's why I use them because I like their flavor. That's why I use them. But you're right. Some are still, yeah, bless their heart. Oh my God. Some of these people, I want to smack their mamas. Seriously. Because why you have this piece of crap? Shoot. Anyway. But anyway, I'm just joking. I try to make some funnies. But yeah, y'all, come on now. We gotta do better. We gotta do better as women. We gotta do better as men, because there's so many things coming at us as Black people. Okay. So many things coming at us as Black people. I just try not to talk about that every day because y'all see the news. So we gotta make sure that we solidify that we yoke up together, that you get somebody who makes you great. Okay, if you already great, they make you better. Iron sharpens iron. One of the other things that I learned when I was 8 years old, started when I was 8 years old, I got put in martial arts. Okay, and my daddy, for those of you all who know me, like my family members and people that live, in Kentucky, that is on my YouTube channel. That's one of my subbies, several of my subbies, I should say. My dad used to be a ninja. He's in the book of all registered ninjas, and he was also a great grandmaster. He was an expert in 5 different fighting styles. Okay, one of the things he taught each one of his kids, he taught each one of us a specialty. Okay, and I was drawn to knives. Okay, you got to hear the history of it. I don't have time to tell you. I was drawn to knives. And so instead of my daddy crucifying that, he made it my specialty. And he used to tell his people, other members that he used to teach and stuff, martial arts, he used to say, my daughter, her specialty is in swords, knives, anything like that. She's registered in it, and she's a specialist in it. And one of his friends that he used to train was like, ain't no way in the world no woman can do this, because he was trying to teach him how to swing a sword the correct way and everything, but he was using a stick made like a sword, and the man still couldn't get it right. And so my daddy said, "Coco." I said, "Sir." He said, "Ah." When he said that, it's a martial arts term, y'all. Just roll with me, okay? I'm telling this story. And so I knew to come in front of him. And he went in there and he got the sword, a real sword. He got the real sword. And he told everybody, scoot back. Then he put a blindfold on me. Yeah, a blindfold. Lord help. And he was like, here. He put it in my hand. And he went to, yeah. When he started doing all that, y'all, it's for me to follow a command, okay? And so I did. Everything he spoke, I did. And then I returned the sword back in the container and stood. And everybody was like, whoa. He took my blindfold off. He said, so you said it can't be done? And the dude he was training just looked at him. He said, okay, you can go on back. So they was like, how'd she do it? He said, that's her specialty. He said, she's registered. I registered her with the state of Kentucky. That's her specialty. She can work a sword like a knife. He says, so don't tell me what can't be done. And so mine and my little sisters are swords and knives. Some of my brothers is guns. Like they know how to put a gun together, take one apart, shoot, everything blindfolded, you know. So he wanted us to always have something that was ours and everything. And because of me, when he found out I was being molested and all of this and stuff, that sent him in a whole nother. I don't think my daddy ever really recovered from that mentally. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he ever recovered from that because his family kept that from him because they know he would go batch crazy. Okay, so they kept that from him, and I thought he knew. So I had an attitude with my daddy, and finally he cornered me. It was like, you gonna talk to me, and I knew not to buck my daddy because can't whoop him. So so I told him, you knew I was blah, blah, blah. He's like, what? I wish I had saw his face. Like, it still come before my face, the way he looked at me. He was like, huh? He didn't know. His family kept it from him. He didn't know. So I'm going to say this to some women. Before you think your daddy just didn't give a care about you if he wasn't raised in your life, hear his side first. Be mature enough to hear his side first if he wants to talk to you. I'm not saying force yourself on your dad. If he don't want to have nothing to do with you, then okay. But if you got a father, my father tried his best to get me to talk to him. Seriously. And when we started talking, I found out a lot of things. A lot of things. When my family really started opening up, I found out that my mom wasn't so clean. It was a fly in the buttermilk. And you'd be surprised what family members hold. You'd be surprised. And everything. So I was grateful to have an honest relationship with my daddy. Me and my daddy used to talk about sex and everything. I could go to him and be like, Daddy. And I know some of y'all think it's weird, but I don't. Because nobody can tell you about a man but another man. All right. That's all. Let me see. Don't date men with small children. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Catherine, I don't even boo. And there's nothing wrong with having kids. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want that responsibility. It's not. Now a lot of women don't care, and that's fine for you. But as far as me, like I said, I had my first child at 15. I'm over it. I'm over it, boo boo kitty. No ma'am. And I got grandkids. And I love my grands and everything, and I see them when I see them, and I text my oldest ones every week, give them some information so that they can have a blessed week and love on them and love on my small ones, and yeah, that's where we go with that. But other than that, I ain't. No ma'am, no ham, no sandwich. We're not doing that one. But to each his own. And I'm not knocking you. To each his own. There's somebody out. I believe there's somebody out there for everybody. I really do. I just do. And I gotta see what time my pedicure appointment is. I think it's today. It might be tomorrow. But I'm gonna call them now because I forgot to lock it in and see what time my pedicure appointment is. Gotta keep the feet right. Gotta keep the feet right, honey. It's summertime. Gotta keep my feet out. Got to keep them right. I ain't got no corns and all that. I got to keep the feet right. You heard me? Did you hear me? Okay. So anyway, let me tell y'all. Oh, and Catherine, before I get out of here, let me say this to you, boo. I I listened to part of what you were saying yesterday on pieces. Let me give you an exercise. When you go to answer a question, I understand sometimes you have a problem staying focused on the question that's asked. Take a deep breath. While you're taking a deep breath, they ain't got to know. People ain't got to know you're going, you know what I'm saying? Take a deep breath. While you're taking a deep breath, circulate the question that was asked in your mind. At the end of your breath, answer it. Because the way you were answering them yesterday, it made a whole lot of people feel like you wasn't telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to give you that exercise. Just wherever you go, whoever you talk to, just when you taking a deep breath, just keep that question in your mind that was asked and then answer. And you'll find yourself staying more focused than ever. Because I know a lot of things go on, and some of us got a lot of things in our mind, and we get, it gets jumbled up on what we want to say and all of this and stuff. And then before you know it, we ain't answered the question and So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that and everything. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Y'all, hopefully we'll do a panel soon. I gotta wait for JB. Uncle Claude, I want you up here with us. I do. And everything. But I love y'all. And remember, no matter what
From Kentucky to the world, it's the sitting of the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Born to shine, leave a balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy, crown sitting high. Royal Libra season, can't nobody deny. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Smooth with the talk, yeah, she cornerstone. Butterfly wings, transformation form. She lifting up hearts with the words she say. A Libra queen guiding us all the way. Hey, Kentucky pride, rhythm in her veins. Creole fire running through her name. She walk by, the whole crowd sing. Long live the queen, let the bell of love ring. Yeah, butterfly, don't you slow it down. Dr.Creole in the royal crown. Balance in the spirit, love in her hand. Libra queen, ruler of the land. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme, yeah. So spread your wings, let your soul be free, yeah. Dr.Creole butterfly.